Okay, now this is my first attempt at using the Sierra Horse Halter on a horse that's not cooperative. This mare here, I think she's around 12 years old. She's been badly foundered and she has learned to fight. We were supposed to teach her to take the syringe. And as you can tell, right at first she accepted the halter very well. And I taught her to lower her head by pulling down on the halter, but then she started fighting more and more. So what we decided to do is tie her to a tree, because we found out that even though she acted very submissive, like right here, she was submissive as long as you didn't touch her mouth. All I was doing was trying to put my finger in her mouth so I wouldn't be jabbing her with the syringe. And she was actually doing the right thing. She had jumped forward when she felt the pressure, but she was still throwing a fit. So I wrapped her around a tree and stuck my finger in her mouth, and she pulled back right there with her own body weight, and she didn't do it again. That one time was all that it took. And we ended up after this putting her in the cross tie and trimming her feet, which was also nearly impossible before. And we put the syringe in her mouth and wormed her. But what we've learned from this whole experience with this mare is that they need to pull back hard and figure out what's going to happen when they start fighting with this Sierra Horse Halter on, because once they do that, they don't want to pull back anymore, and it's a lot more effective. Number one, you have to have them pull back and get the whole effect. Number two, you do not want to be directly in front of them, because they may jump on you. Because when they pull back, they find out it feels a lot nicer to be forward, and you don't want to be right in front of them. So try to stay off to the side when you're working with this halter. I found out a little while later that she wanted to be right on top of me, so then I had to teach her to back up to get away from her. And right after this, we put her in the cross tie and trimmed her feet, and she did awesome. But she had to pull back that one time, and I think that's important. So that's what we learned by this episode. And so I think with every horse we put it on from now on, we're going to give them the chance to pull back themselves.